Hello all you beautiful people out there in YouTube. My name is Michael Smell. Welcome to Stinky Robot Studios, the channel where we do live drawings several days a week, Monday through sometimes Friday, when time allows. I try to go live as many days a week as humanly possible. And we create a new piece of art every day from start to finish. We start the day with basically a pencil in our hand, a blank piece of paper, and we'll end the day with the final piece of art. We're using, at least today, as most days, acrylic inks to get the process done. So today we're going to be a little bit quicker on the draw. We're going to jump right in here and get started. We got doctor's appointments today, so we're going to have to be kind of on the ball with getting this channel kind of up and going so that we can make sure I can get to this appointment on time. Here we go, guys. Still going to give it our all and make the best piece of work humanly possible while we are creating today. But I'm going to try to be a little bit short on the time. We're going to rush it a little bit and see if I can't get some speed drawings done. So on that note, since we're going to try to be a little bit quicker than normal today, I love the way yesterday's piece turned out. Let me grab it real quick. So say in case you missed yesterday's live stream, I did this one right here, and this is of course the mat that goes with it. Yeah, this piece is turned out really awesome. I decided to use the emoji as kind of the launching point. Create a robot with emoji icon like a face on it. I love this idea. So in fact, so much so, I believe this week we're gonna kind of just do in a continuation. I think for the rest of the week, we're gonna do varying emojis. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. Kind of give me a theme for the week. So let's get started. Let's do this. So we're gonna work on another emoji bot. I have an emoji in mind, so you'll see which one it is as we get going. All right, so we're gonna try to set ourselves a little bit of time, pace ourselves a little bit. So normally it takes us 20 to 30 minutes to get the initial sketch done. So we're gonna see if we can trim some time. Let's challenge ourselves to 15 minutes, final sketch ready for ink. 15 minutes. The personal challenge, can we make it? If you're new to the channel, we do drawings like this several days a week. I hope you'll come along for the journey and watch as we create some really interesting new projects every day. Now, you do understand that it's in the title, Stinky Robot. I draw a lot of robots, like I'll save it. But we do other things on the channel as well. I do mix it up from time to time, just to keep things interesting. I have some upcoming projects, at least in my head, things I'd like to draw. We will get to them here on this channel. So if it's something you're interested in, you want to follow along, I hope you consider subscribing to the channel. I also very much encourage people to draw along with me and practice their own skills. And if you can't miss the live channel, you can always come back in the evenings after work and sit down and maybe challenge yourself to do a drawing in the same time period that I do one. And just see how your drawings increase week after week. And watch as you slowly become a better artist over time. And that's kind of the whole purpose of this channel. That's what I do here on the channel. That's what I encourage you to do as well. Kind of doing this real similar to the robot as yesterday, it looks like. But we'll change it up, make it completely unique, give it its own personality. Let's see what we can come up with. We do more on this channel. I also do larger heavy body acrylic work. More of a time lapse, those are much very in-depth and detail paintings. So I don't live stream those, but I do them in time lapse versions, and I'm gonna be playing with some new content for this channel here pretty soon. See which ways we can build it out. So if you're, hopefully that's something you're interested in and watching. always trying to come up with little tips and tricks that might help you guys out become a better artist. While in the process, working on my art so that I also become a better artist. And around here a little bit. Does that work? Big old ball on top. I don't know. We'll leave it there for seconds and live with it for a minute. See if that's something I'm interested in, because I don't have a lot of space. Normally I do a nice tall antenna. This time I'm kind of looking at doing a little tall. Could be interesting. We'll see. Let's see. What if I... All right, we'll live with that for seconds and live with it for a second and see if that's something that interests us or not. I'm not sold. Not sold yet. Gonna just lightly draw these things on here. Where we at? 6 minutes. Remember, we're trying to challenge ourselves here and just, can we actually complete it? 15 minutes. The pencil sketch anyway. I don't know. Of course, we gotta add the smiley face because that's what we decided we're doing, right? Kind of look like yesterday's work. The different emojis. We're gonna make it a different robot, kind of in the same family though. It's a model of robot that talks through emoji icon. Emojicons. Great word, I think. Emojicons. Now I'm just cleaning up my circle, trying to make it as smooth as possible and too wonky. Okay, now we got that all figured out. I think we'll go with similar to Rusty with a smile. Maybe similar model to Rusty, but it's not going to be Rusty. Rusty is his own bot. Okay. Draw some grid here so I make sure the eyes are about the exact same size and position. Center line out. Okay. So with our time constraints, we're pretty much sticking with the first pencil drawing. Whatever goes down on paper pretty much is going to stay there. Okay, let's smile in there. bottom, follow that line a little bit. Okay. Nine minutes. I got 5.5 minutes left to finish this all up. I may not make it. Eraser here. There it is. I know I've got a better eraser. Where did it go? Drifting around the table, apparently. Even, make sure that's even. Okay, yeah. I'll try this. I kind of the new kind of antenna. I've never really tried this kind of before. Why not? Kind of flying saucer type disc, but it lost my curve. Let's see. There we go, something like that. Yeah, that's fun. That's fun, that's different. All right, we gotta quicken this up, quicken it up. Now, even though I'm trying to draw this quick, we got to make sure we aren't getting too carried away. We need clean lines to work with. It may look like I'm trying to be all scratchy with my drawing, but what I'm doing is kind of lining up my drawing, kind of like positioning my pencil for a nice, clean, long pull. All right, that's good. With that face in last, kind of reveal which face we're doing here at the very last second. Let's need to go with a neck first. kind of play off what we're doing up there on the antenna. The rings, nice big bold rings around the neck. Pretty decent. That looks pretty decent. And let's just hold it down a little bit further. Match up a little bit better. Reverse the bot. Hold him. Trying to add a little character down here on these shoulders a bit, just to give it a little bit of character. Yeah, that looks like fun. That looks like fun. I didn't make the 15-minute mark. I tried. I gave it my all, but no, we didn't make it. Oh well. Guess we'll survive. Little bit of rivets for. Okay. All right, now let's do the emoji. My center line. I'm not gonna draw this. I'm not gonna ink the center line in. I'm just gonna use that center line to help me line up my face. See if I can do it. And there. He's got some teeth in the emoji, so let's put that in there as well. And that's it. That's our whiny face emoji. 18 minutes and 44 seconds. Could have been better. Could have been worse. All right, here we go. Let's move on now to the inking process. Get these up out of the way. Grab number 3. And let's get this sucker inked in record time. At least let's shoot for it. Good eye. That. Kind of feel like I should. Let me see what this. Just little added something. I was looking at it. I'm like, you know what? This might kind of look nice. No. Let's keep it simple. Nice, clean, long strokes with this pen. Might change that up a little bit because this kind of needs to come up. But that's gonna look awkward with this piece up here top. So why don't we pull that in just a little bit, like so. Clean it up as we go here. And let's pull this piece up like that. There we go. That looks better. If you just found this video, I hope you reached down and give me a little bit of love. Hit that thumbs up button, helps me out with the algorithm. You can always drop me a comment, let me know what you think about my work, or say hi in the chat like WT just did. Good morning, WT, how you doing? Always nice to have people to talk to in the chat while I'm working. We have noticed here on the channel that most of our views come after the live sessions, which is just fine. We're still getting a good long watch time, which means that people are sticking with the video and they're watching the work created. So long watch times are greatly appreciated. So thank you guys very much. I know a lot of people have been telling me that they've gone home and drawn with me, which is an absolute honor. Thank you guys so much for doing that. I understand most of you guys, a lot of people have day jobs and things like that. They're not able to necessarily join me early in the morning for the drawing sessions, and that is just fine with me. You can draw with it any time of the day. The nice thing about the video is you can always go back and watch. And I just want to make sure you all know that it's very much appreciated. Yeah, Deb, if you just showed up here, we're gonna do something kind of fun. I think the rest this week. I like the emoji one that turned out yesterday. Like that was a lot of fun to do that piece. So I think I'm gonna do a different emoji bot every day. So it'll be the EmojiCon week. kind of speed up here and try to get nice clean lines, but do it in a nice speedy manner. If we're just doing outlines, I don't want to spend a great amount of time on the outlining process here, just because a lot of this does get covered up in ink. But the cleaner your lines you have when you begin, the cleaner your drawing will turn out. You want to pace yourself fast enough that you can get it kind of blocked in quickly, but slow enough that you're not just going wild with your line drawing. Certain details, it's really easy to get caught up on detail of it and get real analytical about and anal about everything you're doing. Make sure your line work is absolutely perfect, and then you get the inks out and you just cover it up anyways. So you do want a nice crisp drawing to start with. But the one sure way to make yourself a nice steady hand where you can work quickly and very steady, that dreaded P word, practice. If you've only really taken pen and ink and done a few drawings, you're gonna be pretty shaky. When you finally say I've done a few hundred drawings, you're gonna have a nice steady hand. You can do these nice long crisp lines. True test of that, circles. Because if you can keep a nice crisp line all the way around the radius of a circle, you're starting to get there. A lot of drawing is actually not so much, a lot of people want to put it right there in the fingertips, and that movement of the fingertips. Sure, that plays a part, but a great part of drawing is actually more in the wrist and the elbow. To be able to use them all in unison is how you'll real nice buttery crisp look. Again, if it gets a little not perfect, there's areas we can correct when we actually go into our inking process. I'll make it a single circle this time. Yesterday I did a double loop. We're gonna do a single loop today. Now here's the biggest question of them all, I guess. I'm spending the week doing all Emojicon faces. Should I do the poop emoji? I have a daughter that would say absolutely yes. But yeah, probably not. Who knows? Let me know in the comments. Did I draw a poop emoji today sometime this week? If you say the answer is yes, I get enough people asking for it in the comments, we'll find a way to fit it in. Where are we at? Right at the 30-minute mark. Okay. since it is a doctor's appointment day, so we're trying to be a little bit more of a faster pace because I have a few things I gotta take care of. Got a little girl with cavity that's coming out today. It's on her last baby tooth. I'm like, one of her last baby teeth. And I was like, well, can we leave it? And her dentist was like, yeah, she's probably at least 2 or 3 years out from losing that tooth, so we should probably take care of the cavity. So, of course, knowing our luck, we'll fix it, and that'll be the first tooth that comes out next month. But no, we become good family friends with our dentist. We trust them. They've never done us wrong so far, and we're inclined to believe them that we're gonna have to fix his baby tooth. I like doing these ring necks. They're one of my favorites. The neck details in these robots are where I tend to have a lot of fun. And the ring details and the bellow details and stuff like that on the neck. They're a lot of fun to create and to draw. Alright, looks like we're on the final little details here. Okay, that is it. Let's double check. Is there any lines that we missed? Does not appear to be. I think we're all golden on all that. Let's put that away. Let's erase it and let's get going. Alright, so yep, like I said, I have to leave a little house a little early today to get kids for doctor's appointments. So our goal is to stay probably closer to the 2-hour mark than the 3-hour mark. That's where we're at. So we're at 34 minutes, which is actually a pretty decent pace. We got the ink, we got the whole outline ready to go. And we're moving into the actual color. So let's do a similar background to yesterday. I'm not gonna get absolutely crazy. In fact, hell, we'll start with the exact same color. Not to say I'll do the same color in every one. But we'll start on the antelope. No, you know what? Let's not. Let's switch it up. Similar in color, but we're gonna keep the background a little real thin today. Excuse me. Let's go with sepia. We're gonna use the sepia tone. We don't use that often. It's kind of like antelope. It's a little more gray and it's a little bit lighter. So we're probably gonna go pretty darn thin with this today then, since we're using this. Always start off with some good old clear. This color is called agua or water. Again, if you've never seen me do this before, whenever we want the ink to really flow, and then we pre-wet the water panel, the water board. We'll pre-wet it with water. Just got a nice wet surface, and we don't know it's not too thick. When I say wet, it's not like I'm literally have a puddle sitting here on the paper. Don't want that. I'm just taking a nice saturated brush and just kind of rubbing it all over. You'll feel in the texture of the brush. You can see the areas of the dry are kind of like cause friction with the brush, and then the wet areas, it just glides across like butter. So you can kind of get an idea of what parts you've missed and what parts you've hit by just how the brush is performing. Very thin. It's a lot grayer, darker brown than that other one we used. Of course, I don't have my paper towel out. Okay, we drop that in there. Not a big deal. Come right up on him. Really working wet right now. Good flow to it. Sorry. Knocking things over here. Making a mess. Blend this in like this today. Gotta keep it nice and dry. A bit of a different look. We're gonna run with that today. Drying it off a bit, but I do not want this to get too dark. Kind of thin. Real thin. Crazy thin. I kind of redarken it right down there around the neck and base. And just a little bit here. Okay. And we will add a second layer, like I said, just right in here. We're gonna keep the background today very subtle. Same thing on this side, just darken up some areas. Stuff dries fairly quickly, so that's why I'm gonna blot this out pretty fast. Got that area just a bit more, I think. Okay. Right, we're just gonna work it till it feels right. Don't want to get too much, but kind of looking for a certain consistency. Okay. I like that. Ooh. Different tone than I'm used to doing. And the water thin that up there. Somehow I splashed just a little bit up here. Yeah, I'm just using a wet. I'm erasing it. Just a little bit. There we go. Still there a little bit, but not too bad. Barely noticeable anymore. Okay. That is it for what we're doing with the sepia tone. Have a nice little base. Background. Super quick, super simple. Looks fantastic. Thumbs up if you agree. Subscribe if you want to see more like this. Hit that bell notification if you want to witness it go live. And don't forget, all of these are for sale on my website, StinkyRobotArt.com. If there's a particular one you want, you don't want to go with the blind box, these are sold as blind box. If there's one particular one that you are interested in, you want specifically, all you have to do is just inquire about a particular piece. Hit the contact button on the website. It's real simple. There's one on every page. Hit contact or shoot me an email and ask me if a particular one is still available. If it is, I will put your name on it. And so when you buy a blind box, you can assure that the one you requested will be sent out to you. But do make sure you send the email before you make your purchase. I want to make sure I don't actually send one out to you before I get your email. So let me get the email, then I will confirm with you. Then you can hit your purchase when I say, I gotcha, go buy. All right, here we go. We'll start off with our color first, then move into our silver bits and smiley face. I kind of feel like we're going to go with purple today. Start off with a light purple, and then we'll branch out from there. Okay. Showing everything here that's going to be purple. I think I'm going to do this inside smiley face shape, purple. There'll be a purple accented robot today. As always, we like to work from light to dark. I'm going to use this really thin purple first. It's actually called Velvet Violet. And then we'll use also in conjunction with Purple Lake and then Indigo into some of the shadow areas. It won't be a direct indigo, it'll be an indigo mixed with the Purple Lake, creating a much darker purple. Also be creating these little shoulder pad details as purple as well. Like so. Get the Purple Lake out. I'm getting a phone call from potential spam. Yes, let's end that call. I think I can avoid the potential spam call while live streaming. What do you think? Let's take a quick peek real quick. Okay. Start off with all of our shadow details first, and then we will start branching into reflections and building up our tones as we go. I keep this piece a little bit on the lighter side of things. I don't want to get too, I don't think I want to get overpoweringly dark with this. Because I like the way this purple and this background are playing together very nicely. They're very kind to each other right now. So let's see if we can maintain that feel throughout the piece. Keeping things nice and light. Really great. There's a rivet detail while we're at it. Now I'll get things a little more complicated. We're going to start moving in here and darkening some areas up. Get overly dark. I'm going to mix the two together. White in here in just a second. Lighten it up some. Okay. Like so. Alright, now we're going to need to do the steel color. Now we need to bring in a little bit indigo before we move on. Finish up the blue area first. It's always the best idea to finish one particular area before you move on. One of these days I'm going to get a thing built for all my inks so I can mark them real easy. I'm having this rolling cart right next to me, which works out pretty decent. They're right there, they're accessible. But it's awfully difficult to check out your blues from your blacks to your browns. They all look real similar in color. Kind of hard to sort through them a little bit to figure out which one's which. I'd like to fix that and create something where it's just a pretty easy grab and go. Nice little grab and go system. Alright, now we don't want too much indigo, just a splash. Divide most of these. Purple lake, a little indigo together, and then bring it in. And watered. Is that purple and nice? Sets it off pretty decent. It sets it off. That rate and the rivets as well. Just a purple lake and just hit on the back side of these rivets a little. So when I highlight them, they have a little more pop. Okay, that'll work. We'll come over it in a little bit and do a little bit of gray and just a little bit of white in that purple. But for now, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next section. It'll be the blue, but we don't want to get overly done with the blue. We're going to go into the process cyan. the gray, and the indigo is again try to make a nice kind of metallic color, but we don't want to get too crazy. We can get it nice and watery. I don't want to get too dark with it. I can easily overpower it. Too dark and just overpower the whole thing. It's super easy to do it this way, guys. These are the shadows that we're shooting for. Again, we're working light to dark. That's why I am putting a little bit of this process sand in the shadowed areas. Definitely in the shadowed areas. I'm gonna work on what color I'm gonna use here on the little the edge banding or whatever you want to call it right there, the ridge. And it being gold, I don't know. You know, got the face, so I don't want to. Basically yellows and oranges. I'm not sure if I want to go against that. Putting too much yellow on this piece. I might go black. Black might look really good. The whole piece is black, purple, and yellow. Over a metallic base. Could look pretty decent. Kind of like the idea of black, actually. Then going a lot lighter on this piece, a black accent could look nice. Really could. Oh, keep it nice and watery. Don't want to get too dark here. Giving a little bit of reflection. Again, we do not want this piece to be blue. Let's play with this. Let's a little hint of blues here and there. I think we're going to make this neck and this antenna up here. Might go with the waterfall green. That purple might look good. We'll see. I want to see how this blue and the metallic color turns out first. We got too much blue in the metallics. Yeah, it may not work out because it may just distract being so much color. We will wait and see. We're working super light today. This is a very light and airy piece. Light and airy. Do not want to overpower. Okay, looks pretty good. Okay. Now, that's pretty good. Go ahead and do the shadows first before the gray, I think. Okay, yeah. It's a quiet one today here on Stinky Robot. I'm just kind of sitting here getting my work done. Appreciate everybody who's showed up to watch. You don't have to participate in the chat if you don't want to. That's okay. If you would like to say hi, I'm right here, willing to say hi back. Some days we have those, we're just kind of working and nice and quiet. Other days we're a bit more talkative, but today is a quiet day. By all means, don't be shy. If you want to say hi, jump in the chat and let me know you're there. You have any questions, well, feel free to ask. There are no stupid questions. Well, I take it back. There could be, but no. That's only if you're trying to offend, and I don't get offended easy, so. You are more than welcome to jump in and say hi. If you just found this channel, love to see you subscribe. Come along with us on a journey with us. We're still a young, new channel that's kind of chasing down that YouTube algorithm by getting some work done daily. I'm not putting probably as great of effort into chasing the algorithm as I probably could. My philosophy is along the lines, if you build it, they will come kind of theory. Sort of feel the dreams. Basically, I plan on just showing up and working. Hit record and I paint, I draw. And I let those who show, show. Those who find me, find me. Yep, see, I'm just working on nice and clean. We're at a 1 hour mark, which is pretty darn good pace. Okay. Decent little shadow details there. We're gonna need to just pop it a little bit more in certain areas. Chin typically has a little bit of detail. More water in detail in here. Nice and light, as always, keeping it nice and light. Okay. Okay. There we go. For those of you watching, sorry I'm not talking too much today. We're just kind of kicking things out, getting it done. I'm going to darken this side here just a little bit, not much, because this is going to be our highlighted side. The sun's coming down. I'm going to get up here next. I'm going to take a little more of that and go just a little bit here to the very bottom edge. Okay. Same with here, right underneath this jaw a little bit. Okay. That's pretty slick. Now we still have to come in at our highlights and shadows, so that will push it just a little bit further as we dig into the depths of it. As you can see, we're staying super clean today. And it's looking good. Okay, so now we need to bring in that gray. The gray, the white, and then we'll bring in the panes at the very end, and that should give us a metallic look. Oh, let's slow our roll. Hold on. Hold on. Get ahead of ourselves. Again, work too fast. You start noticing areas that are missed. Right up here. Let's keep that little ball metallic. Half tempted to make that, of course, red, and just like, I make all the balls red. No. We're gonna keep that metallic. And just a splash of that indigo, of course. Darken up the dark side of the balls. Get enough ink on there. Excellent. There we go. Looks fantastic. That. You want just a little more. Very little. This will just need a little more blue up here because you'll see in a second I'll blend this with the gray, but I want a little blue to blend in with the gray. So, yeah, here we go with that gray. Now it's time. As I said, no, it's not the time. Let's add some drop shadows in the rivets. Yeah, that's what I said. Alright, now the river's got the drop shadows. And right. Ready for that gray. I might add a little of that metallic in the gray too, because I'm curious. What happens if I add gray and metallic together? Still want to find a way to make this metallic work for us. I haven't quite discovered out the special sauce just yet. Maybe if I wet down this gray with the metallic, it might actually look nice. Very careful here. Let's keep it nice. Put this in. We want to keep this pretty light. We'll thin it out with white here in a minute, so it's not like we're going full gray. We're making the muddying it up with the gray and a bit of metallic. There. I'm mixing those two together to see how the results will be. Trying to keep it nice and airy. Means then water ratios. Put it down so I can get this side a bit better. Gray in there with that dark color. Do the same thing right here. lighten it up, and we... Okay. Turned out pretty great. Emoji week here at Stinky Robot Art. Stinky Robot YouTube channel. Brought to you by StinkyRobotArt.com. As I sponsor thyself. I am my own sponsor. If you haven't ever seen what my large body work is, or if you want to purchase one of these live streams, or if you wish to see it prints and everything else, jump over to my website, StinkyRobotArt.com, where you'll find all my merchandise and get your chance to pick up one of these live stream drawings. Each one of these will come with a mat, so all you gotta do is pop it in a 9x12 frame with a little bit of glass in it, and you have yourself a new piece of art to hang on your wall. I'd like to thank everybody who's purchased one so far, and for all those you're thinking about purchasing it. Yes, these are sold as blind boxes on my website, so when you purchase one, you won't know exactly which live stream art you got until it shows up in your mail and you open it up. If you haven't seen that one, I encourage you to go back and watch the videos so you can see your work created. However, though many of you do not like the blind box idea, some people absolutely love the idea, and other people are kind of on the fence whether they do or not. If you like to purchase a particular live stream, say, let's take this one for instance. You love this one, you want to buy this one right here, and it's real easy. As long as I haven't sold it, just when you go to the website, instead of hitting purchase, hit contact. Shoot me a quick little email. Take you 2 seconds. Say, hey, do you have live stream number 34? I believe this is 34. Do you have live stream 34 still available? And if the answer is yes, I still have this one available, or any others. If you want live stream number, 24, 26, whatever it is, number you want. You can give me a brief description, or you can give me the number and say, hey, is this one still available? And if it is, I'll say yes, absolutely, it's still available, or I'll tell you no, it's not, unfortunately. And if your name is, say your name's Jill, and you want this one, just ask, hey, is livestream number 34 available? I will say yes, livestream 34 is available. I will hold it for 24 hours for you. So that gives you 24 hours then to go back and purchase a blind box. And when you receive your blind box in the mail, it will contain number 34, the one you requested. So after you send me the email and after I confirm I do have it, you will have 24 hours to make the purchase to ensure that that one is yours. Now I do put them back out for sale after 24 hours, unfortunately. So that prevents people from trying to inquire about a piece. Is it available? I say yes, and then they don't buy it. I don't want it sitting on it for like a week and tell someone else no, they can't purchase it. Yes, it's promised to somebody else, and then that person never actually buys it. So to prevent that, I give it a 24-hour window, unless you specifically request other time. If you say, hey, can I buy it on my paycheck on Friday or something like that, we can make arrangements, no problem, and we can have it available for you on Friday. As long as special arrangements are made ahead of time, that won't be an issue. Okay, so I think I've got enough gray in there. It's kind of muddied up. On this channel, we like to get our drawings good and muddy before we go through and clean them up. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna bring in the white after we bring in the Payne's gray. I've already got it out here, don't I? Oh, that's the sepia tone. Again, chasing those inks. Gonna have to do something about that. All right. I need to build a nice little ink rack right in front of me so I can just reach for the right color every single time and never miss. All right, here we go. Where are we at? An hour and 20 minutes. Okay. Progressing nicely. Now, we're gonna stay nice and very thin with this. darken up some areas. This is our dark shadow color. Okay. Go through, we're just gonna push our darks just a little extra. Keeping the water ratios pretty narrow on this, so this is probably going 60-40 wet, or more on the wet side than we are the dry side. That allows us to kind of basically, we're toning the shadows down, not painting raw color in there. Go over some areas and darken them a bit. Want to keep, for the most part, a translucent kind of shadow over the entire thing. We don't want to lose all those blues and stuff we have, those undertones that we built up. We don't want to lose those. So. Now we are in lights and shadows section of it right now, so yes, we will be going into the purple and adding it right into the purple as well. And yeah, I'm thinking more and more that yes, I will be adding that waterfall color to the rings. All the rings, I believe, are going to get that waterfall. I think it'll play really nice with the purple. Just a little bit here. Not too dark. Right here. And it's just looking awfully muddy, and I know I said we're going to keep it nice and light. But we're adding doing this to the metallic portions of the robot so that we can, when we have the white, it should create more interest, more reflection, play. Make it look a little more metallic, because we really want that metallic look to him. Okay. I think we're looking pretty darn decent right now. Just about. Okay, I think we're there, guys. We're basically there. Okay, and a little bit right here. Oh, yes, yes. Checking all my lines, making sure everything looks good before we switch up colors. Oh, yeah. Okay, Obviously, we're gonna go into the purple a little bit, so tiny little touch-ups I gotta make in the purple areas. Right here. Not a lot here in the purple as far as this stone goes. Just a wee tiny bit. Very, very. There'd be more white than that dark color. Moving on. Here we go. White. Bring it out now. I like Emoji Day. This is gonna Emoji Week. This could be fun. I like the concept behind it. See, I didn't stand out to do emojis, and it kind of randomly happened yesterday. Now that it's happened, I'm pushing the idea a little bit further. And only because of the doctor's appointment, really. So I'm gonna start playing with the emojis more over the entire week. I think as a way to, initially designed as a way to kind of speed up today's work, but the more I think about it, this concept could be pretty darn strong, and it does speak socially to modern times, you know. So there's a So I kind of like this idea a lot about the emoji bot. Will it find its way into my larger works? Maybe it might. It very well might. Oh, I'm not sure if it will right off the bat, but this could be one that sits in back of my mind for a period of time until I come out and create my first emoji bot series, which could be pretty fun. I could do a whole set of them, like maybe a set of 5 or something like that. Pick out the best or my favorite 5 emojis that I use frequently or something like that, and you create a 5-piece series, maybe 11 by 14s or something. Kind of like the idea. I do have a few projects ahead of it if I ever decide to do this, but I think it's a pretty decent kind of idea. I like it. That's the whole purpose of doing these live streams, is finding new and exciting ideas that I had not previously thought of just by simply practicing my craft. And really, that's the only way to get better. Come up with new ideas. Practice. Drawing and art is something that you're interested in, and getting better at it is something that you have a desire or passion for. I encourage you to join me here on the channel. Subscribe and hit the bell notification. You know, watch with us live or come back and watch after work, whatever you need to do. Sit down and watch my time clock right up there on the upper screen. You know, see that clock right there? There. That kind of keeps me in check. You know, the clock's not there it's not a rule, it's not a law. It's like I don't have to meet certain parameters. I mean, I use it as a kind of a guide, as a reference of, it's more or less to keep me in check, prevent me from overworking a piece and going in a ridiculous amount of time. That way I can really just kind of push my subject matter, push my concepts in a timely manner. Because I myself have this really bad personal flaw when it comes to working in my work, is that I oftentimes will just start doodling and just spend way too much time on one little area that's not working, and that helps keep me in check. Now, I say this all the time, you'll do what the piece needs. If the piece needs an extra hour, you give it an extra hour. If it needs an extra 20 minutes, give it an extra 20 minutes. There could easily be a day on this live stream where I start off with, you know, a 2 to 3 hour drawing. The next thing I know, I'm on hour 5. Now I got some things that prevent me immediately from doing that, since, you know, picking my kids up in school and this and that. But coming summertime, that will be a lot easier to do. Mind you, I do have kids that will be home. That'll be interesting. We're still figuring out what we're going to do here on the channel regarding the summertime blues. Kind of liking where we're at. That's a good thing, yes. What do you think I should add sound effects, have a little button. If I mess up, I can just be like, wah, wah, wah. Maybe some clapping. Do something cool. Maybe I can give myself a little clap, a little high five. Now I'm just getting bored because nobody's talking to me. I feel like the worse the drawing I'm producing, the more people I have watching the video. But when I'm being successful and I got an amazing piece happening, and no one's really there. It happens. See where we're at. Oh yeah, we're streaming to nobody right now. Just us. Just me and myself and I. Not a big deal. I know I'm here for I'm here streaming. I'm watching, but we're doing good. Alright, we got a pretty exciting one turned out right now. Let's move it to that waterfall. Nope. Almost forgot. We're gonna add a little white here up in this purple. And this out a little bit. Yeah, just giving ourselves a little bit of all right. That looks great. Yeah, and realistically, what we may have to do is if nobody is just showing up, numbers are way down for this time frame, we may have to reevaluate what time we go live, which is something we can do here on the channel. So if there's any reason that you prefer a later live stream, or you would like more people want me to go live when they get off of work, or this or that, leave me comments down below. Let me know exactly when works for you. You know, doesn't mean I'm going to cater to you specifically, but if I have enough people saying, you know, hey, Michael, you should be going live at 6 o'clock Central, or you should be going live more 6 o'clock Eastern time, and I'll look at my algorithm to see kind of thing where people are at, and my analytics, and see where things are at. And we're going to be constantly reevaluating, because it does look like we have a lot more people watching in the evenings than we do during the live streams, at least currently. So we'll be paying attention to these numbers and trying to figure out when is the best time to go live. We may realize that the majority of you out there want the later live streams, which is not a big deal. We'll try to figure out how to cater to it. All right. Well, we're at 1 hour and 36 minutes. Ready to move forward. We're gonna hit the next phase. It's gonna be the waterfall green. Let's get that color out there. This should play together with the purple pretty darn nice. And I do think, knowing what this is going to look like, it should be pretty spectacular. This one we're just going to lay out on a base color. We'll use it. We'll bring out the highlights and we'll shadow it. Should be pretty simple and straightforward. Pretty translucent color as is, so we're gonna work pretty much right out of the jar. A little bit of water, but not a lot. Yeah, this waterfall is kind of a metallic teal. It plays together very nicely with the purple. It's honestly one of my favorite colors. However, being one of my favorite colors, it does have a little bit of a bad check mark just because of the metallic. I don't always like painting the metallics. Or not the glitter, sorry. It is one of my glitter inks, which I'm not against painting the glitter inks, but sometimes I will purposely decide to use no glitter in certain works. This piece I will allow it. It does have a bit of a feminine flair on this piece, so it's not a big deal. We will use it. Notice I'm just on the fence with these acrylic inks about using the glitter ones. Some people love them, some people hate them. I'm on the fence. I'm not against using them, but I will definitely choose pieces sometimes that I will purposely not use any. Depends if the piece calls for it or not, is really the way I look at it. And just to make a little color separation on this, I think I'm going to dip into, because it does have a little teal tendency as well. We're going to go with the marine blue, because it kind of has a little bit of teal. So I'll use this in my shadows. I think this, we're going to give it a shot at least. Green. Go. A bit where the shadows and light are hitting on this. That. Pretty good. Now we'll bring in the white and give it some highlights. And pretty easy color to play with. White than that. just get... Good. Looks pretty good. Let it dry probably here and give it one more touch of white highlight in a second. Make sure we get nice crisp highlights on this. All right. Go straight into more time. And I might even tap a little bit of Payne's gray with that. I want to make sure I get really nice highlight right there. Too much right there. Let's see if I can water erase that. Oh, there we go. Okay, just like that. I think that'll it. Now one more area. Here, back in my hat. All right. And then right up here, make sure we got a nice. Cool. Those are the rings. Our rings. Now I think we said we're gonna go with an actual true black, which I like the idea of, because we're gonna. So we are gonna do a true black around the outside edges. Probably first thin this out, because even though I was going to do true black, we want it to be kind of a watery gray for the beginning. Be very careful with this black as well, because we do not want to touch the other colors with it. Not at all. Because black does not erase well. It can be a bit of an evil color. So we have to be very careful when using black. We don't want to be too shaky with it. We don't want to be too strong with it. Get a bit dangerous. Now the question is, do we use black around the emoji part 2? I'm going to guess the answer to be yes. Oh. Find out if I'm right. Black is an interesting choice. It's gone so light and airy with most of the colors. And you go with this bold black on the outside. I think it's going to look pretty good. It's a bit of a bold choice. We're working with a very watery black right now. We're probably 60-70% water, 30-40% ink. Very thin. Now we got it all blacked in, and I guess we still gotta go around the emoji here. More. Very careful to stay in the lines. Take your time. Breathe. Work our way all the way around. Center as we go. Can add a little more ink. Water. More water. More water. Okay. Now we're gonna go get the dark side of the black. Go to the shadows first. Taking our time. Working our way around it. And we can add a little white. We're blending our black with our white. And taking our time. Making it look good. It is a bold choice, but with enough patience and energy, we can make it look really sharp. Like that. Gotta move in and around. We will come back and add more details. Let's let that dry first. We'll do the same treatment around the whole thing, and then we'll come back over it and add pops of highlights. here. And we're just trying to work on, you know, shadow side and highlighted side. And we'll blend it in with a medium gray. Then come back and add highlights. Best way to approach this. And of course, a bit of cautionary tale that this color black does not erase very well. So you gotta be very, very cautious not to overdo it. Because it is very easy to do. Very easy. The medium color. Keeping it highlighted side. Right now, it may not show my camera very well, but I'm doing a medium gray over top the black, which I don't know how well the camera will pick this part of it up. But rest assured, that's what I am doing in here right now. We're getting all the way around this medium, then I'm going to add white highlights, and that's the part you'll be able to see really well. That should pop up pretty decent on the camera. Okay, now that's all covered up with a dark side and a medium side. Give it some straight white. pretty sharp. Pretty sharp indeed. Probably go through it a second time, add a second little white, because we are working on a dark color. We are working on black. That will require just a bit. A little bit more, make sure it pops. Cool. We will let that dry and we do our final little outline pass of white. I will hit each one of those spots again just to make it pop a little bit more. We're gonna keep with the purple of the eyes, but I want to make the purple on the eyes pop a little bit out, a little bit more than it does. So what we're gonna do is use a red base. That red mixed in with these purples on that, for those eyes should make them stick out. So. Get out a little more dark purple, get a little more light purple, and get out some red. And just make some very bright, shiny eyes. Red. Yeah. Little bit of myself. Got to put in the white highlights in the white areas so we can work that as we go into these eyes. Again, we don't want to make them too red, but they need to have a little bit to it. Now we're going to go ahead and block these in and bring out the red back out. Like so. There we go. Bring the purple in. Pretty dark red right now. Bringing them down, dark purple. More. Pretty darn good right there. And some bright white. Oops. Here we go. We got those eyes kind of put in there now. Those look good. What do we got left? Well, we got the face. 2 hours and 4 minutes. We got the well, smiley face. It's the pouty face, I guess. And got the white outer highlights. Just about done. We're getting pretty close with it. So let's go ahead and get rid of a lot of these colors we don't not need. Same colors as yesterday. We'll bring out the red earth. Bring out the red earth, and I will bring out not brilliant yellow, not ochre. There she is. Indian yellow, red earth, and orange. Those are the colors we're going to need and require. And of course, some white. Colors on our palette here, so we can got a place to start. Red earth, orange, Indian yellow, and of course, white. And coffee. All right, here we go. There was some nice watery yellow just to start us off with the base. Now I do not want to do the teeth. The teeth on this are going to be white, so we got to be very careful not color in the teeth. Everything else, get some color. On the outside, we'll be getting a little bit of that orange and yellow. Kind of darkening up the perimeter just a bit. And our neighborhood drag racers out there getting out, going down the street. White. white. We're gonna be a little bit light. Yesterday we got kind of dark with it. Today we're gonna be a little bit lighter with the face because this is a much more subtle colored painting. Keep it nice and a little lighter on this one. Of course. Orange? Here are these. Lay down here in the side, and then we go in here and add that red earth just around the shadow perimeter. Great. Now we're going to come in with just a straight yellow water. Then, you know, pop out the yellow just a bit more, make it a little brighter. Certain areas, white, because we really want this to more white. The inside of that mouth. Hey Kaitlin, how you doing? I just noticed you were on there. I'm sorry. See you hanging out. Welcome in. Okay. Just a little darker, not too much darker. The mouth of the Micron, like this. Oh, and we're gonna actually take a little white, just lighten a little bit inside the mouth along the shadow details. We'll do the same thing with the black when we get there. Okay, like that. And I left the teeth nice shiny white. We like them. We'll just leave them just the way they are. Very nice. I'm glad you got it. That's fantastic. And you won the SnakeBall, I believe. Yeah, the SnakeBall is one you got. I hope you enjoy it. I'm glad you won it. Let's see. We're almost done here. Getting pretty close. And need to blow dry this real quick. Okay. Do the ink pen with the number 5, I think. Maybe not. One's having issues. Let's see what else we got. Do I have another number 5? I do not have another number 5. All right. Let's stay with the number 8 then. They're still working, but they're not working perfectly, so it looks like it's time to head back to the art store and pick up some new pens here pretty soon. Got my hair in my way. Okay. Got those all done up now. We can go in here and finish everything up. So we're going back to the white and the black. I'm going to go just a little gray in the eyes. Just a little bit gray. Work. Last and final piece is we're going to go around. We're going to add those white highlights like I was speaking of all over. Use a long, thin brush to do so. And get some nice, clean white. Make sure I don't actually get yellow or anything in the white. We're going to go ahead and put another little dot out here. Got enough white, but it's too close to my yellow. It's kind of bleeding together, so let's make sure we have a nice, fresh white. Again, this is where it's easy to accidentally put your hand in the ink as you're doing this, so be very cautious. This is something you decide to do in your own work. My line there, nice and crisp. Now, do that bright white right here. in here. Go. These lines really nice to the highlights. The highlights are really kind of bringing it to life right now. We're playing with these highlights. Hey. Very nice, very nice. Like that, Kate. Very nice indeed. Alright, well, we're right here in the face. We finish up all these highlights. Let's go ahead and hit these rivets. The rivets as we go. Just a nice little white speck on the highlights. There and there and there and there. More time right up on the highlighted side of this. Oh. Grab each one of these. Ah. Pretty much it, guys. We're a few little brush strokes away from signing it. Okay. Highlights here on these rivets. Take a quick look. Is there anything I missed? Anything else indeed in all that it needs? Anything at all? Anything at all? No, I think that's it. That's it, guys. 2 hours and 23 minutes. We're gonna sign it, peel it, reveal it, and we're done with this one. We can chalk up to another work well completed. I think I'm gonna sign a little higher this one. Oh no, well, I might be able to get a signature in here. Yeah, let's do this a little bit smaller signature. Yeah, happy with it. That looks great. And peel it and reveal it, guys, and I gotta finish up, and it's time for me to hit the road. I got some kids I need to go pick up. My wife, I have to get ready, and a little girl who's going to the dentist. Good fun day for her. This is pretty cool. And we'll grab a mat too and show you what these guys look like if all mapped up. So in case this is one you are interested in purchasing, I'll show you what it'll look like when you get it in the mail. Again, one last time. If you're watching the video, hit the thumbs up. Give me a little love. Help me out with the algorithm. I appreciate that. If we do paint here several days a week, and if you want to watch or join us, I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel and becoming a member of our Stinky Robot Club here, a little YouTube drawing collective. And so you don't miss when I go live, tap that bell notification. So every time I go live, you'll get informed that we are live. I do hope you'll draw with me, whether you draw with us live or whether you draw with us after you get off work or later on in the evening after we have gone live. I appreciate you showing up. Appreciate you watching, guys. We will be doing another giveaway here pretty soon. I'm already kind of working out the details on that giveaway, so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe so you'll be eligible for the next giveaway. And if you run over my website right here, Stinky Robot, right there, StinkyRobotArt.com. These are available. They are set up as blind boxes. They will come matted like this. That'll look just like that when you receive it in the mail. Matted, all you gotta do is drop it in a frame and you got yourself a new piece of art. So this is number 34 if you're interested in this piece. Like I said, they are all sold as blind box. Let me switch over here real quick, or split screen. Yep, so that's the way it'll come to you guys. They are sold as blind boxes. So there's no guarantee you'll get this particular one. You'll get one of my live streams surprised in the mail with a blind box series. But I'm not beholden to that. If there's one particular one you really like that you want to own, all you gotta do is before you hit buy on the blind box, just jump down there to the contact on my website, drop me an email, take you 2 seconds, just say, hey, I like number 34, is live stream number 34 still available? And if it is, I'd like to purchase it, or number 28 or 26 or number 5, whatever live stream it is you really like, just drop me a line and say, I'd like to purchase it. Is that one available? If it is, I will quickly get back to you and say, either thumbs up, yeah, we're good to go, we're available, I'll put that down for you. Or if it's sold, I will apologize and see if we can find something else that you like, so that you can pick out which one you want if that's the route you'd prefer to go. So if there is one that you like, if you do want to purchase this one and you do hit the contact, I will give you, after saying, yeah, it's good to go, you'll have 24 hours to make the purchase, and then I'll ensure that that is the one that goes in your package in the mail. So guys, I appreciate everything. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for watching. Give me that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, bell notification. We love you guys. Have a good evening.